Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Market Update. Incredible breaking news in all caps from Dennis Porter. Guess what, guys? The amazing news about Bitcoin is that pro-Bitcoin candidate officially declares candidacy for governor of California, declares support for a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Oh, wow. Just so you know, this is the guy that was saying, oh man, this is the big news. This is it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is it. Are you serious, man? Let's all agree to just see this guy right here. This is easy to do. Dennis Porter right here. You see, this is what we do when people do stuff like this. See this button right here? It says unfollow. Yeah. That's what we do to people that basically give us absolute juicy nothing burgers. Goodbye. SBF. Just to help us all feel worse about ourselves and to bring up more PTSD memories, just types a friendly GM about 2 hours ago. Hey, how are you? How are you? How is jail? You remember when all those people killed themselves because they lost so much money on their exchange? And you basically caused the entire crypto market to collapse and you were embezzling money to the Democratic Party. Do you remember that? How are you? You have the GM. It's so good to see you. This is the part that scares me, that he actually follows me. I'm following him because of news like this, but bud, stay away. I'm serious here. Please, delete your account for the good of the entire industry. Oh, man. And other strange news, this is a really interesting account to follow. This is an AI-generated account, which is pretty interesting. This is wild. The 75 wallets that bought SPX 6900 at 10 cents and dumped the 2 billion market cap are accumulating Harry Potter. Just so you know, this is Harry Potter Obama Sonic Inu. That is the actual ticker. Yes, we're going to be looking at it right now. Same addresses, same pattern, same 6-week timeline. They're also building positions in 3 other microcaps simultaneously. The rotation after Harry Potter, whatever, already decided. I mean, it pays to stay up to date. This is why this is an account that is interesting, at least to follow. And it's an AI account, so it's just going to be pulling data and letting us know what's going on. Now, we need to go over here to TradingView because look at how Bitcoin is responding to this incredible news broken by Dennis Porter. Incredible reaction. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, wow. I'll stop. Because he should stop too. The good news is that we're seeing a slight uptick here on RSI. That's one really, really good news. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough volume to exceed the 30-day moving average, but on the 4-hour time frame, this is what we've been waiting for. This is actually good news. By the way, for all of you that want to know what good news looks like, this is it. 4-hour RSI made an insane low at 8.18. Now we have higher lows, which is a really good sign that BTC should be touching or tagging the 4-hour fast line, which is currently at $113,000 today. Now, there's still a lot of charts that are massively oversold. BTC is still in bearish consolidation, but this is at least a good start to the day. Now, Ethereum is still really brutally oversold, but I do have to say that it is most definitely going to be putting in an RSI reset unless the market just decides to dump today. But this is actually a very bullish entry, just like the bullish entry back over here in June. I'll zoom out to show you in a second. And this one back over here in April. Whenever we get daily RSI crossing up above 25, having a reset, even if it's minor, like this one was, typically these are all really good entries. Let me go ahead and hide the TBO so that way we can just see it a little bit more clearly, okay? So here's our first really good entry right here when Ethereum is at 2,178 and it rallied up a lot. Sorry, that's the middle one. Here's this one back over here in April, and it rallied up a ton since then. So we are getting a really good entry signal here, and Ethereum is slightly outperforming Bitcoin, but really today's candle is started an hour and 40 minutes ago, so it's not really that big of a deal. And Ethereum has not really been a strong performer anyway, but I am seeing more and more charts that are printing RSI resets on the daily time frame. They definitely already have on the 4-hour. And again, same story. We want to see higher lows. That is a very good sign. So I am thinking that we're going to see the market react bullishly today. ETH.BTC is still massively bearish. There's a lot of disinterest on this chart, in my opinion. It is macro bullish, but it does have pretty strong overhead resistance. It needs to shoot up a lot. 7-8% is a lot for ETH.BTC. I know that I originally said that when the market really gets going and crazy, we could see ETH.BTC shoot all the way up here to the 786. Honestly, with how things are going, I'll be really happy with this, which is my target anyway. The 618 at basically 0.04777. Stablecoin dominance is starting to retreat slowly. This is a very positive thing, really, really good. We saw daily RSI move up higher yesterday to 76.51. The main thing is that it did not exceed this previous high at 80. That's good. Clearly it did here as well. It obviously beat these guys. It broke out of that trend. But this is a good sign. I know you guys probably don't think it's a good sign. And trust me, it's really hard to swallow that this is a good sign because it's clearly strong bullish when it's above the cloud like this. We have an open long. It's not a good sign at all. On the weekly, it's back inside of the weekly cloud. RSI is moving up on the weekly. So I would love to see a retreat down here to about 4.89%, where I think the market's going to top out the next time. Then after that, I'm expecting stablecoin dominance basically to dump down here, and that'll be the top signal. And then it's going to go up here to 15, maybe even to 20%. We're going to see a really brutal market, a bear market next year, in my opinion. Bitcoin dominance continues to tick higher. We're seeing on the weekly, it's up 0.79%. We still have a TBO open short in progress. If this happens, this is basically bearish confirmation. This is the TBO bear formula, which is great. And we can see that weekly RSI is moving up as well. We have a low here and a higher low. So it's a really bullish reversal signal. I am expecting Bitcoin dominance to tag the fast line, which is at 60.5%. Once we see that happen, I'm expecting Bitcoin dominance to actually retreat and go a lot lower. And that will allow alts to have some sort of a rally. We know that Bitcoin dominance being inside of the daily TBO cloud is a sign of bullish consolidation, which sounds good, but it's not, because bullish consolidation for Bitcoin dominance and for stablecoin dominance means bad news for alts. Now, Ethereum dominance is still not really doing much of anything. It looks pretty beat up. It's still in bearish consolidation inside the cloud, but you can see here, we actually have an RSI reset on Ethereum dominance, which is an extremely positive sign. For Solana dominance, the last couple of days, the last 2 days, down 3%, yesterday down 2.68%. Clearly, we're short-term oversold. There will be some sort of bounce, but because we've closed inside of the cloud, this is a bad sign. No RSI reset here, but it's due for a bounce for sure. Top 10 dominance is amazingly holding above this level. We have pierces, these lines that are going below it, but no closing below it, even though we have a TPT bearish divergence right there. The truth is that there's a lot of stuff that's happening right now. And even on my automated longs here for BTC, it's miraculously still open. I am in shock that this is open still, but it is. My DCA strategy hasn't changed. I still have my DCA buy that I'm waiting on for Masa here. The price of Masa has to move up about 10%. I still have automated positions here that were generated by the TBT signals for XLM and lots of other coins. But I'm just waiting on these charts to bounce up so that way they close in profit. Over here for Ton, same story. Over here for SHIB, same story. Just waiting for the prices to bounce up higher. And this is essentially what I teach you guys in our courses at thebettertraders.com. This is how I've been trading for the last 4 or 5 years, really getting heavy into DCA style trading, and it's served me really well. I do use leverage. It's only a small amount of portfolio, and I do DCA only with spot because that's the safest method for me. And I love the volatility that crypto brings. A lot of you don't like it, but it's a gift. It really is a gift. It's an opportunity to buy on a massive, massive fear-induced dump. So that way, at the smallest little uptick, people are going to start to pile in. The price goes up a little bit higher. You close out in profit, and then the price is just going to flop around like a dead fish for a while. If you're looking for ways to get started with this strategy, with this style of trading, check out 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. Great course, comes with one-on-one coaching. You never lose access to it. Comes with free TBT signals that are available on the All Trading platform, which is by far the best third-party trading platform ever. It also comes with trend trading strategies using the TBO, the trending breakout indicator that I was sharing before on TradingView, as well as A/B trading, which is a fantastic way to grow a small portfolio into a big one without leverage. We're going to be looking at some of those A/B trading charts, by the way, today. And it comes with a 1-month trial to the Better Traders Club. Just so you guys know, we have another Better Traders Club live session hosted by one of our coaches this Thursday and every single Thursday. There's just a ton of stuff included. When you take 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom, you're automatically initiated into the trader tier for a month. And there's also more stuff that's available to you. But again, if you are a crypto cheapo, you can start for as little as $1 as well. And I also want to draw your attention to the links down below. While it has been a rough and rocky last couple of days here on Femex, I still have my capital. I'm still trading, and my plan is just to keep trading it to build up the position again. I have a new position open here for Pepe. I have one here that's been open for Sui, and I'm just waiting on this one to bounce back up. It's been a rough couple of days, that's for sure. Thankfully, it was not liquidated on anything, but still not so fun to get stopped out over and over and over either. Now, I have a lot of picks today. I think there's a lot of charts we need to be paying attention to and to watch. But you guys might have some coins that you're also interested in as well. So leave a comment down below. I do look at all the comments, so let me know what coins you're interested in me checking out. And by the way, if you've watched up until this point and you haven't liked the video, you haven't left a comment, you haven't even subscribed, do all those things right now. And also do me a favor, do me a solid and share this video and this channel with other people that are interested in crypto and crypto trading and being aware of what's happening in the markets. That way you can help me reach my target of growing to 100,000 subs this year. Let's get into it. So we're going to start with the must-watch charts. SUI, I do believe that SUI is going to be making a return back up higher. Yes, there is a TBO open short in progress, just like back over here. Not a good sign. But I know that this one is also short-term oversold, massively oversold. No RSI reset. So why is it here? Well, again, I'm seeing a lot of charts do this right now, particularly on the 4-hour time frame. We're seeing a lot of these putting in higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. That's the real signal that I'm watching for. And I believe that we're going to see a lot of these coins make reversals. There is short-term resistance right now for SUI at about 360 or so, where this white line of resistance is. Now, FTT, because Sam Bankman-Fried posted, I assume, yeah, we can see the timing is perfect because this is when he posted, hello, or GM. We can see FTT absolutely pumped 56%. Just so you guys know, FTT does nothing, absolutely nothing. It is an old exchange token for a now defunct and bankrupt exchange. Please avoid this. If you want to trade it, cool, trading's fun, but buying and holding FTT it's a fool's errand for sure. Pepe, I am, like you guys saw over on Femex, I am actually expecting Pepe to bounce from here. We don't have an RSI reset, but I'm watching the price action right here. It's actually holding, even though it's below daily support, even though it's really strong bearish. I actually think it's going to snap back up and to move to the fast line and eventually tag overhead resistance. Why? Well, because this is basically the nature of this chart. Sometimes trading is really about recognizing patterns and recognizing when we're on one side of the pattern or the other, right? Whether it's these big moves or the small micro moves. But we can see that it's obviously really oversold. So I'm expecting it to have a little bit of a bounce. Note, I'm not expecting it to go all the way up to $1 million or anything like that. There is clear overhead resistance at about 1070 or so. But I think that charts are starting to show that they have a good, respectful bottom. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that Pepe never even crossed the 4-hour support line. That's a good sign. Again, higher lows on 4-hour RSI with a massive low here at 8.61. right over here, 8.79. So it is a higher low, amazingly. Tau, this one is right at support. This one is real risky, but it's actually showing that it's holding support, even though it pierced it. Really scary. But again, I think we're going to see a lot of these charts start to bounce. And again, RSI Reset. It's kind of hard to argue with that. The last time we got one of these was back over here in August. Even though it moved up 8%, gave some away, it was a good entry for a trade. So I think we're in that scenario for Tau. Trump is going to have an RSI Reset today. This one got absolutely smashed. On Monday, I'm staying away from this, but I want to let you know that it is going to be putting in an RSI Reset. SPX has fallen so far from glory. It was all the way up here. It was eking out above overhead resistance and 382 and the cloud, only to give it all away yet again and make a lower low yesterday. That's really sad. It's also below TBO support. Yeah, it's not looking good, but it is putting in a very weak RSI Reset. The last time I did one of these, just so you know, I have to go back over here, we did see a little bit of a reaction right here. We saw the price move up about 11%, but of course it fell a lot more. Flare, this one is just a weird chart, I have to admit. Now, I like charts like this because they're great for trading. They're really awful for holding because of all of the whipsaw up and down, but for trading, just these nice 7% moves, it just makes it really not simple, but especially if you're on spot without leverage, like this is a fun chart to trade because it's in a general uptrend. It's just whipping up and down, back and forth. Now, the chart that was called out by the AI XBT post over here, Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu. I kid you not, that is literally the ticker. If you type in HPOS, you'll find it on several exchanges. It's on Bybit, Huobi, Kraken, Femex, KuCoin, Gate.io, Bluefin. It's on a lot. Now, do I see demand for this chart? Absolutely not. No. TBT bullish divergences, yeah, but the price has obviously crashed with everything else. If it does make a rally, the main things that we're going to be watching for, I need to find a better chart with more volume. Is it going to be Kraken? Oh, that's the euro. No, it's not going to be Kraken. I'm actually going to guess it's this. That's actually better, to be honest. I'm trying to decide where I want to draw this from. Let's just do it here, short-term resistance. Okay, well, if we could see some sort of bullish move from this chart up 12%, it could have a short-term rally. I would not bet my life on it going up here to resistance at 13 cents. But yeah, it doesn't even have an RSI reset. Unbalanced volume continues to be bullish. Volume is exceeding the moving average, which is a good sign. It's just a super risky play, in my opinion. Now, pump BTC, I don't know if you caught this one. This thing was pumping, well, living up to its name, over on Monday. It had a huge start, up 208%, and it fell 60%, and it closed down 39%, and now it's just calmed down completely. Notice volume has as well. Talk about, I mean, look at this move. That's a rug, if I've ever seen one. That is ugly. Wow. In a 5-minute period, down 58%. Oh, painful. Absolutely painful. Well, could it do it again? Sure, but I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. XRP, some of you guys were asking about how this one is doing. Now, seeing XRP dump this much on Monday is not a great sign of confidence, right? Being down 9%, but did the price, actually, I want to see this for sure so I can say yay or nay. So we got 26975, our low here is 26975. That's incredible. Well, at least here on Binance, that's the case. That's a really good sign that it's holding, but you guys know this, that whenever the price goes inside of the cloud, that is a sign of bearish consolidation. It's not a positive sign. Did we get an RSI reset? No, we did not, although it was a pretty deep dump. Volume, not so great either for XRP. Again, I personally am just staying away from XRP. It's very overbought in my opinion. Any moves that it's going to be making up here, just consider it a gift. We're going to do this as well. We're going to move up. Oops, sorry. Here we go. Resistance, because we can also see that the price, I can take that away. came up here and tested it, which is good. So you have a new line of resistance to watch. I would be shocked if it pumped up 9% in a day, literally. Not expecting that. It will take some time for it to start to rally. One reversal signal to watch is, of course, a TBT bullish divergence, which doesn't necessarily mean it's going to pump wildly, but just watch out for that. ATH, a lot of people were asking for this as it was rallying up crazy at the beginning of the month. Was it the year? Up 121%. Unfortunately, yesterday dumped 10% and printed a TBT bearish divergence, which is why this has a pink flag. Oh, XRP does as well, because it's in process of printing a TBO open short, which is a bearish confirmation signal. More bearish updates, but it kind of has a silver lining to it. Solana is up 1.4% on the day, which is cool. It does have this TBT bearish divergence right here, which is bad. And then it also printed this yesterday, a TBO close long. What's the difference? Well, TBT divergence is a separate indicator. It's a separate one that's available in the pro tier of the Better Traders Club. This is actually the signal that I use, although with different configurations for the TBT signals, just so you know. And it's incredible at spotting reversals and stuff like that. The TBO, which is the trending breakout indicator, or TBO for short, is a trend-based indicator that lets us know the strength of the trend and when there might be weakness coming up, like a TBO close long. And this is just telling us, by the way, we've seen many of these on this rally. All this lets us know is that after we get our open long, it's saying, hey, we got a close long right here, letting us know that when the price comes back up and touches the fast line, if you haven't secured any profit yet, consider doing so. Now, when we get more than two of these together, I start to get worried. But seeing these on an uptrend, it's not a good sign. But again, it's just letting us know, secure a little bit of profit. So I'm saying this because the desired, or rather the expected outcome after seeing one of these blue diamonds is for the price to come up and tag this thick green line, which is actually a good sign. Here it is right here, back on the 19th of August, right there. And then here we go. Right here. So now I'm expecting Solana to move up another 4% to tag the fast line at approximately $224 a day. Now, does that mean we're okay? There's no problems? No, it doesn't, to be honest, because it fell inside of the cloud. That is a sign of a change of the trend. No longer are we strong bullish above the cloud. This is all strong bullish price action. When we fall inside of the cloud, that is now a change to being in bearish consolidation. Bearish meaning that we should be going lower. Consolidation just means chop. So it's chop that's going to be going lower and lower. Now that low? No, I don't think so. And I'm curious to see how Solana will do compared to Ethereum and Bitcoin, especially in terms of dominance, which is already pricking up quite a bit. But I do think that Solana will do well. Hyperliquid had another massive sell-off yesterday. It is slowly showing signs. Good. Look at that. It's going to be putting in an RSI reset today, which is excellent. The last time this happened was back over here in late July and turned out to be an incredible entry. Notice as well, even after printing this, the price actually went back down again. So don't get too freaked out. But that was an incredible entry for a 50% plus rally. We do have a TBO close long, which is bearish. So we are expecting the price to eventually move up 11% to tag the fast line. So that's a good sign in a way. IP, this one, oh, weird, it went away. It had a TBO close long when I was looking at this. Oh, no, it's here on the 4-hour. My bad. So we have a TBT bearish divergence on the 4-hour. We have a TBO close long on the 4-hour, but the 4-hour is a lot weaker. This is the first close long that we've seen since this rally began in late August. So it's just letting us know, again, the trend could be changing to be bearish. So once the price tags the fast line at $12.48 or so right there, consider taking out a little bit of profit if you're in profit, if you're in the position. Now, some bullish news, IMX, of course. This always happens when I start filming these videos. The prices start to move and it's like, oh, well, there's my entry. It's gone. It was literally down here at 68 cents when I started charting, but of course now it's up 7%. But I told you guys that this one still had a valid breakout, and it's valid because we haven't seen one of these blue diamonds yet. The TBO close long will invalidate a TBO breakout. Has volume fallen off? Yeah, significantly. But is the chart bearish? Not necessarily. There's short-term resistance right now at 78 cents, and that would essentially be our TBO springboard bounce move, 15%, which is really good. Fartcoin is likely to put in an RSI reset today. It closed down at 22.53 yesterday. It's basically at 25 right now. It's fighting for its life. The chart, though, is massively bearish. I have a real difficult time trying to pull myself to get an entry into this chart again, just because I've been burned too many times with it. Now, for some good news, bullish news, Bitcoin Cash, remember that this chart is extremely correlated to the price action of Bitcoin. While it did not have an RSI reset here, I am seeing a nice respect of historical resistance, which continues to baffle me at how well this holds. So we do have a TBO close long back on Monday, and we have to move up 4.5%, which is a lot for Bitcoin Cash. If Bitcoin continues to just slowly drift up higher, everything in the market will pump a lot higher today. So I think that BCH, Bitcoin Cash, still has the potential to go back up to at least $600 or so because it was previously bullish. Same thing can be said here for AVAX. Excuse me. Same thing can be said here for ENA. Right here on this RSI reset that's happening right now. Same thing here for Atom, RSI reset. Same thing here for Sky, no RSI reset, but once this loads, we do have, oh, okay, it's on the 4-hour. We have a TBT bullish divergence here, which is really exciting, and it's responding already, which is good. XDC has a third TBT bullish divergence cluster, which is a really big deal. It's a really big signal. Nexo, this one has an RSI reset on the daily. Grass, this one has some crazy, what is it called? Whiplash. TBO open long, open short, goes back up, open long, ouch. But the volume is great for this chart. It's really interesting that Grass is trying to push up higher. Aster, which is the darling of CZ, although he's not saying it, is just on fire right now. Absolutely insane chart. Crazy that on Monday it was up 17%, yesterday 19%. Be careful. I mean, it could still do well. It should still do well, I should say. Just watch out. And yes, there will be charts like this as well. I don't know anything about it, but I saw so many coins pumping ridiculous amounts yesterday and even the day before. There will always be these outliers that just do insane profits during really, really, really bearish times. Don't be surprised to see those charts continue to rally. LA is also a new-ish listing, by the way. So it has the potential to start really taking off. Potential. I don't think it's really going to happen. Now, for your picks, Peak continues to chop sideways. Volume is still outperforming the moving average. It is starting to fall off a little bit, but it's a little bit too early to say, yep, it's done. RSI is putting in lower highs, which is a sign of weakness, but on balance volume is massively bullish. The chart remains above the cloud, which many charts, many alts can't even get close to saying something this bullish. Like this is actually looking decent. KTA, was requested. This one is just good for trading, really rough for holding. The one positive thing I will say is that I keep seeing this higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. That's a really good sign that there's demand for it. It's kind of a new listing. If this is not the oldest chart, forgive me, I don't know, but this is the one I found that seemed best. But there's clear resistance here at $1.70 or so. So just watch out for that. No RSI reset on the 4-hour, nothing really to share there, but it is interesting. Pengu, really oversold with everything else. We don't have any other bearish signals like a TBO close long, which is kind of good, but it's obviously in bearish consolidation again. Pepe, as you guys saw over on, wait, did I already do this one? Yeah, I have it twice. Good grief. Sun has seen some insane volatility. We saw back last week on Thursday, 18%, Saturday, 36%, Monday, it says 17%, but wick to wick, disgusting, 76%. Could it do it again? Notice the big pattern, pump, rest, pump, rest, pump, rest. I don't know, but I know on the faster time frames, incredible for trading, absolutely insane. AVNT, this one continues to pop and just go insane. 33% Saturday, 60% on Sunday. It's starting to cool off. Volume is falling down as well. But in terms of trading and just enjoying the volatility, there's a lot to be had there. Bluefin. If you guys watched my interview with the Bluefin founders on More Coin Bureau about 3 weeks ago, I think. Really good product, really good platform. It's showing some really bullish signs. For one, it has a TBO close short here on Saturday. The previous one was on Friday the 12th, and another one back over here on a pump. I mean, we're seeing, I think this one, sorry, no, Aster, which is an exchange coin, essentially. Well, it's, yeah, the exchange. Bluefin is a decentralized perpetuals exchange as well. I think there might be a rally in that genre, that ecosystem next, maybe. On the 4-hour time frame, we have some breakouts, although the price action is really messy. I would love to see this one pop a lot higher. I'm not getting my hopes up, but it is showing some really bullish signs there on the daily, and the weekly has 3 TBT bullish divergence clusters. Yikes. Last but not least, WIF did not have an RSI reset, although yesterday it did put in a lower low at 26.47. But I think that we can see WIF bounce from here. It is a price-based support, which is good. It hasn't tagged the fast line in a couple of days, so seeing a return back up to the mean or to the fastest moving average makes a lot of sense. But again, things are still a little bit shaky. I am expecting Bitcoin to continue to just drift up higher. Ethereum should show alts. No, everything's good. And I think that a lot of alts are already going to start moving up higher, and they're going to drift up based off of the confidence that they're seeing in the market. Okay. So again, if you have not already, go to bettertraders.com, check out our courses. And if you happen to miss this last weekend's video where I talked about this thing, this is a Bitcoin solo jackpot miner. Yeah, it sounds a little bit weird, but basically this thing is just running 24/7 in hopes of me scoring an entire Bitcoin block using this little piece of wizardry that's basically the size of like a smartphone. I don't know where my smartphone is. It doesn't really matter. But if you're interested to learn more, watch this video. And until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.